Okay, so normally I film an intro, do the video, do an exit. I filmed an intro, and through the course of this ride, everything changed. So I'm redoing the intro. So today, we're going to go on a ride on the Onsra Black Carve 3, or we already did go on a ride. It was initially just to test out cloud wheels. In all honesty, I've been pretty hard on that board because of the single kingpin trucks. It's not really my riding style. I've been pretty critical on that board, to include in that video, you'll see. But this ride turned into a distant test on accident. I didn't plan it. It just kept going, and then I tried for it. So it turned into a distant test. If you want to see the results, it's at the end of the video. It went really far with the cloud wheels. And somewhere in the like 2/3 of the ride, I kind of started changing my mind on that board. It still doesn't turn very well. So going on sidewalks and stuff, it's you gotta get off of it a lot. That's fine. Going on roads and trail, it actually showed its true color, and I actually really liked it. And then the distance that I got on that board with the wheels was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm changing my mind on the Black Carve 3 a little bit. It's wearing off on me, and that was an absolutely amazing ride. Had a great time. Here's a video. I did a little bit different format. I know some of it boring, but some people like it. I just took you all along with me on my ride. Got to see all the trail that I'm finding, got to see the area, kind of where I go riding and where I live. So enjoy it and let me know down in the comments. Can't wait to hear from y'all. Here you go. Well, I'm finally making another video. So I decided to put some cloud wheels on the Onsra Black Carve 3 and take it out for a spin. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, if you're just here to hear my thoughts on how the cloud wheel, the 105s, do on the Black Carve 3, you're gonna have to fast forward a little bit. I feel like I owe some of my longtime viewers a little bit of an explanation, because I haven't made a video regarding the boards in, I don't even know, it's been 1 to 2 years at least. And I'll be honest, I don't have a good explanation. I just kind of got, I don't know, lazy, maybe, lost interest, busy in life. Like everything kind of happened. It all started with like just terrible weather for all of winter, and then I got back into snowboarding, kind of lost interest in the whole longboarding thing. The summer were crazy, a lot of family stuff, a lot of traveling, a lot of just life. I'm sure people can relate. I like to jump between hobbies, so I kind of picked up RC stuff for a little bit, but now I'm getting back into it. So I know that's not a great explanation on where I've been and why I haven't been making video, but it's all I got. I'm human, and I didn't make video for a little bit. But they're building a lot around my house where I live. They're building a lot of new developments, and in that, I think it's just part of Colorado Springs. There's like a big initiative to always have like all the bike trail and running trail and all the other stuff. So I keep driving by all the areas and seeing all the cool trails and going, man, I really need to get the boards back out. Well, I finally did it. I pulled the trigger on buying some pulleys and whatnot for the Black Carve 3 to make it, I don't know, a little bit more my style. So you got to know, I hit hard on the Black Carve 3 when I first got it. Just not really my style, but I'm trying to give it a fair shake. So throw some 105s on it so I can get more distance on it. I'd be willing to bet with a 105 cloud wheel, this board will get the further distance. So maybe I can, overlook the double kingpins and not being able to carve it hard if I can get double the distance. So I'm just out riding, and we're gonna try out the cloud wheel. We're doing it together, show you guys some area around Colorado Springs and just explore a little bit. There's this nice little pond lake thing that I'm coming up to now. I'll show you guys. It's on the other side of there. But we're gonna go hit that up, go around that once maybe, and then just find some of these sidewalks and trails. I mean, they're everywhere. Look at that sidewalk right there. And they're building them all wide, so I'm just trying to explore and get back into it. So let's take a ride. What's really crazy, if anybody remember my old video where I'm doing the distance test on all the boards, this was the route. This road right here didn't exist. This roundabout up here is one of the roundabouts that I would always keep going around, and all of this was all just either open field or just barely being developed. Only the roads here, that the houses were barely being built on the other side. None of this was here. So yeah, it's just a little crazy how much has been built up. But this used to be the distant route. I would turn right here, go around, and just keep going around in a circle. So the same route for all the boards to try to make it fair. Yeah, well, let's go check out that lake. Just beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. This isn't my neighborhood. This is too expensive to be my neighborhood, but look at that lake. I call it a lake. We're in Colorado, man. There's not much water, so most people will be like, that's a puddle. But I call it a lake. Oh, the entrance back there, I think. Oh, there might be one down here. Look at that. Look at all the people out on the water. Kayaking and bodyboarding and just having a good time. Let me pause and get on this trail. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. Black Carve 3 is not the best to be using for this kind of all the tight corner, but we're just gonna kind of cruise around and alright, down at the puddle, lake, pond, whatever you want to call it. Hello. Just cruise around that big wide sidewalk. That's good, because the Black Carve 3, it's probably great at top speed in a straight line. I don't do that, man. My average speed is probably like 13 to 15 miles an hour. That's my comfort zone. I just like cruising. Not the best at tight corner, but these are just large swooping. Look at this. Look how pretty. Everybody just enjoying the day. Just a good time, man. Nice cloudy day, so it's not too hot. It's still like in the 90s, and for Colorado, it's pretty warm. Yeah. So far, the cloud wheel are doing good, and you feel all the cracks and stuff more than the rubber wheel, but man, the distance you get out of them compared to the rubber wheel, it's just well worth it. Oh, look, here's a little kayak and paddleboard boat launch. See, whoa, almost made it. But see that corner right there, I didn't set up great. I didn't hit the apex, I didn't do anything right, but Black Carve 2 would have made it, just saying. I love seeing everybody out, just enjoying the weather, enjoying nature, just enjoying life. It's always nice to see everybody doing their own thing, living their own life, and just being happy, man. I love it. Alright, well, down at the little lake, down a little lap around the lake. Let's get out of here and go hit the old distance stopping grounds. So far, man, the cloud wheel on here doing great. I've been so out of it for so long that it's not like riding a bike where you can just get back on it and go. There's a steep learning curve getting back into this, to be honest with you. And I'm finding that curve right now. But I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it. See, that's 16. That's plenty fast enough, man. For me. I know there's some of you speed demons out there that you ain't happy unless you're doing 25 to 30. You know, I like speed in a car and on a bike. Not so much on a board. So I'll leave that for you guys. Let's just get lost, man. Let's go find some of the trail, these sidewalks. Let's just get lost. If I remember right, I can't tell of all the houses, man. I think down that road, no. Down this road. Wolf Center. I think this is the road that I have to cut to do the distance test. None of the houses up here, none of those houses up there were there. These were just starting to be built. No stop sign, no nothing. Look how pretty. Oh, lavender. All green. Yeah, you can hear the wheel. They're quiet. They're doing great. 15 miles an hour. I'm tracking GPS. I just put my watch on like a bike ride, and it said I've gone 4.6 miles so far. And the remote says that the board had 90% left on it, but only 85% on the remote. This might be one of the boards that the remote died before the board, and you gotta bring like a little now with cloud wheel obviously, but you gotta bring a little jump pack to recharge your remote, or else you won't be able to get back. The board will outlast the remote with good wheel bearings in it. So, all right, I'll update you as I go along. So here's some of the new trail. That one, I've been on that when they're building this. They go underneath right here, and you actually go underneath the road right here, which is always cool. Whenever they make those pedestrian walkway underneath the road, number one, I'm like a kid, man. I'm like, ooh, tunnel. But it's always cool because then you're not crossing traffic, having your crosswalks, don't have to worry about, somebody not seeing the red light or whatever. So those are always cool. But there's some sort of trail that way towards Black Forest, and I can see them from side roads. I have no idea how to get there. This one looks like it goes that direction, so here we go. Let's just take this one. We're gonna try to get back there along Old Ranch Road, what it's called. I'm trying to get back along Old Ranch Road. Yeah. Don't know if this will take me there, but we're definitely gonna try. Yeah, look how pretty this is. And this is just through a neighborhood. Just back in neighborhoods, man. I can cruise all day. Like, it's so pretty. Everybody's so friendly and nice. You wave. People say hi. Let's test it out. Here comes some bikers. Oh no, they're going away from me. I was gonna show you all that. Everybody says hi and waves back. Just pretty houses, pretty view. Like I said, nice and cloudy. I know I'm rambling, but I don't really have any intention for the video. Just to get a video going to get back into things, because I've been out of them. I haven't been riding. I haven't been making videos. Haven't been doing any of that. So we're just going to ramble some and try them out and see how far we go on the cloud wheels. And ooh, these are sharp corners. Yeah, no way, dude. So that went the trajectory. I'm not talking trash. I know. They're different boards for different purposes. Like this, there's no way I'm going to be able to make that. Especially that my heel edge. I'm better on toe edge. But these are 90-degree turns. So, we'll just hop off and flip the board. But now, I'm definitely coming back here on the 2. I don't even know if the 2 could have made that. Look at that thing. So cool. I love it though. I got my phone on me. I know I'm going to get lost in this. Because with the thing with new construction, and all this is fun, but all of this will abruptly end. And there's a plan 5 years from now. Ooh, look at that 4-car garage. There's a plan 4 years from now to connect them all, but as they're developing, the developer, the way that I think that I know what's going on is the developer enter an agreement to put in all of these walking paths and running paths and stuff as they're developing. So they don't have to do that until they develop the area. So you'll be going through something like that, and then it'll come to a field, and it'll just be an abrupt stop. So, but like right now, I don't even, if you were like point to a map where you are, I have no clue. I've already gotten lost. So we'll just keep going until we hit a dead end or hit the sidewalk that I'm looking for. Yeah, that sign said no outlet. So I think I'm gonna hit a dead end eventually. And I want to be back further that way. I'm trying to get on the other side of the houses over there. There are trees. And there's a sidewalk, I think further west from me, but there's a sidewalk that runs along the trees. And I have no idea where it starts or where it ends. I just know trees are north, and I'm trying to go west. Oh man, I think this is like a dead end with no walkway out of it. Every once in a while you'll come into one of these and there'll be like another walkway that connects to the other neighborhoods, but not this one. So turn back around and try to find something else. And it looks like we got another dead end. I need to figure out how to get back to those houses back there. That's such a cool color. That gray and that blue looks awesome. Gee, that looks awesome. All right, keep going. All right, we made it back to this point, and there's a trail that goes up that hill, but everybody obviously rode their bikes through here. We're just gonna take the board. I don't want to ride through that. You're not. I know. I'm a weenie. I just don't want to mess up my board. I'd rather get off and walk it. Now we're on a hill. I don't know if I can get up this. I'm gonna stop. Oop. Nope, it's mad. All right, let's go. Let's go, board. Let's go. Oh, I'm floored. I'm floored. I'm floored. Nope. Too steep. Well, this looks promising. All right, back at it. This looks pretty promising. There's some more trail up there. And honestly, the houses over there look a little bit older. So the older development, all the running trail and stuff should already be in place and more well established. So yeah, hopefully that leads me to where I'm trying to get to go. I'm going that way. That's the first time seeing a black and OD green house. That thing looks amazing. I bet it's hot, but that house looks amazing. Ooh, where does this go? Look at this. There's a sidewalk on that side. There's a nice trail sidewalk on that side. Should probably be on that, but dude, that house looks amazing. It's cool. Just for my reference, Grand Lawn Circle. Because, like I said, dude, I'm lost. I have no idea where I am. There's more sidewalks and trail, but they're going the wrong direction. I'm trying to go north. I'm trying to get that way. And I know. I can pull up maps. I can pull up Google Maps. It will show me how to get there. That's no fun, man. I want to kind of do that, get lost and explore, and have to use Google Maps to get home, not to get to where I want to go. Because I'm lost, you know. That's why I have to get home. Ooh, what's back here? There's no... Oh, yeah, that street sign says no outlet. But that's only for cars, right? So maybe I think I see a trail. Look at this. Here's a trail. I don't know where it goes. But back. Oof. I think I'm back out to the main road. I don't know. You can see the Air Force Academy way back there. You can see Pikes Peak through all of the smoke. I think we're still getting all the smoke from Washington. Most of our fire are kind of out, but it's clearing up a little bit. Look how pretty. All right, let's keep going, try to find that trail. All right, you can see, hopefully that comes up, but you can see the tree over there. That's the tree line I'm trying to get to. I think, yeah, this is the road. That's the road. So now I need to go up to that tree line and then find the trail that kind of runs along it. That's what I'm looking for the whole time. And now I know why I couldn't get to the houses that were back behind it. There's a big old, it's a big old gap with no entryway, and in order to get to this group of housing, you have to come off of the main road. So, yeah, but I'm on my way. I'm getting there, slowly but surely getting there. The Black Carve is the 3 and capable of doing like those. That one pretty decent. That one for like 45-degree angle. You can take those like nothing. All right, success. This is what I'm looking for. So I don't know. It come out of the housing there. It doesn't run up this way. Let's just get off the board and take a look. So it doesn't run up this way. That's a private drive, no outlet, so I'm going to stay out of there. This is the main road, Old Ranch Road, but this is the sidewalk that I had seen from the road. So we're going to wait for cars, and then we're going to cross, and we're going to hit up this trail, see where it comes out at. All right, here it is. Look how cool. And it's just its own little trail. I'm just gonna take it. I'm sure it ends at power or whatever, but just gonna jump on this and take it for a spin and see where we end up. Dude, the pulley and the cloud wheel, the belts are doing great. I have an extra set. I shouldn't say that, I'm gonna jinx it. I brought the tool, an extra set of belts and the bigger bearing for this board, just in case, you know. Ooh, look. When I'm coming back, I think I'm going to head down that area, that way. So I need to remember this. There's a T, a junction, a pet waste, and then that dark gray house. When I head down that way, that looked cool too. Ooh, what's that, dude? Like, I'm not a huge mountain biker, but that's cool. Like, look at this. Oh, just a wall. They suckered me. I thought that was one of those mountain bike bridges. I was like, dang, man, they're getting fancy with these trails. I'm sure a couple bike tires have touched that here and there. Look how cool, man. Love this area. Just enjoying it. See, 13 miles an hour. Just cruising, 13 miles an hour. This has a downhill grade. Let's see. Let's do a status check real quick. 8.54. 8.54 miles. And the board says it's at 80%, dude. This is gonna be nuts with the cloud wheel on here. So, yeah, I might have to get off of it and maneuver it around crazy corners. Whew, made this one. Set up terrible for the next, but not as steep. So, but man, it ain't gonna go far. It's gonna go far. This is such a cool trail, man. I'm so glad I found this, and I can get on this without ever getting in a vehicle. So cool, so blessed. Look at that. I'm just having you guys enjoy the ride as much as I am. You can just mute me. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I made that. And I do have to say, part of it is skill level. I'm a snowboarder, man. I'm used to binding. I know I could put binding. I'm not going to. But I'm used to binding and sliding the edges of boards to turn, you know? But so some of it's skill level, me not being able to get around corners. mountains. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Y'all let me know in the comments if you like me just running the camera, talking gibberish, just running the camera so you guys can see and experience just wonderful area. Erosion. No way, no way. And I'm downhill, so the brakes are gonna lock it up. That was heel edge, which I suck at. I waited way too long to cut that, but I still made it. Alright, toe edge I made. Yeah, just throwing a little bit of music. I've been willing to bet the average watch time for that video gonna be 2 minutes. But it wasn't for them. It was for you guys. You, who's here watching it, commenting whether or not you like the content of just cruising and getting to see the scenery. This is for you. Ooh, look how wide that one is, man. It's a maze. That branching off. No chance. No chance I make it home without pulling up GPS. No chance. If I was in a car, I know how to get home off of that road over there, but nice, big, wide, swooping carves. Alright, I know right where I'm at. Just not necessarily how to get back. Part of the adventure. Alright, I'm going to turn that off so I can go. Actually, I'm going to go left. No, I'm not. Which way do I want to go? Left into the new development area. Let's go right for a little bit and see where it takes us. I know that power's right over there and there's a school over here, but I wonder if they've developed anything in here as far as trail are concerned. Look at all the lavender. Lavender flourishing even with the drought that we're having. Getting in more of a... There's a Jack's Tap Room right there. Dude, I could come down here. I forgot my wallet. If I had my wallet, I'd be stopping. I can come down here, have a couple beers, and then ride the board all the way back home. Don't worry, I'm drinking ride. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sit around and have a beer or two over the course of 30 to 45 minutes. Let's go this way. Alright, I'm going to, taking you guys along a lot, seen a lot. I'm going to turn that off and put it in my bag so I can actually enjoy my ride a little bit. And then towards the end, once I'm headed back, I'll check in with you guys, let you know how far I've made it and whatnot. Cool, see you in a bit. Okay, I know I said that I'm going to leave y'all alone for a while, but it has been a while for me, and I ended up making a big loop, right? So I went down past school, left you guys off, hit 2 dead ends, ended up just following a big old wide trail, came back, and I just passed where I came down onto that road and found the trail that I'm looking for. But another quarter mile, what would that be, south, that trail that I said, oh look, it winds off right there, I'm gonna have to go back up that way. Dude, that trail went underneath the road and kept going east. So now I'm gonna use that as an excuse to take this trail again, because it was awesome, go back down to the Y, jump on that trail, and then head all the way up that trail. But with that update, I figured I'd update you guys. I'm at 12.8 miles. Remote says 70% left on the board, 75 on the remote, so I don't have to worry about the remote dying. A lot of this, like that, I know that doesn't come out on camera well, but a lot of this has been really hilly. Like I just went probably 2 miles straight up steep hills. So yeah, it's putting a lug on the board, but that's fine. So this Y, that's gonna go down and meet up with that trail that I'm gonna meet up with, but I don't want to jump on it quite yet. I want to go all the way down to where this trail met it, which is gonna be awesome. Dude, I'm so glad I found this one. This one awesome, and this close to my house, and I can go hit a tap room along the way. This is a win-win. All right, I'll turn you guys back on once I get down to where the two trails join. Okay, this has to be it. Dang, I should have brought water. I brought a backpack and no water. Speaking of backpack, I ordered like a chest rig thing for runners. I'm gonna give that a try. And I ordered a different helmet. I know a lot of people get mad at me. I wear a helmet like half the time. Don't be mad. But I ordered like a skateboard type helmet, just a simple skateboard helmet. I'm gonna try that out and see if that helps. I like wearing my little bone conductive headphone and stuff, and I know helmets get in the way of that, but no helmet gets in the way of surviving. So I know, don't yell at me. Look how cool already, dude. This trail is cool already. Update, I've been out there for over an hour. Let me try to get to my watch. 3.88 miles, 70% still on the board, not dropping really much. And here we go. I'll keep you guys updated. See that? Like, you guys probably can't see that wide angle lens, but that all just trucking uphill. And get around that corner. And it's hot. So it's hot outside. Extreme hot, extreme cold are terrible on the boards. Everybody knows that. Hills destroy the boards, and that's all I'm riding right now, hills. And I'm way into this. Okay. All right, make sure no car. Trail are awesome. Driver in Colorado are terrible. They don't know what a crosswalk means. So I saw this trail. I saw that trail. They don't have a park at the end of that trail. Actually, I'm just gonna go verify that. I think, ooh, look at the little water. I think there was a park at the end of that trail, and I just want to make sure. I'm trying to map out the trail in my head. I'm trying to make, yeah, I see the pavilion down there. I went along the main road and I almost came up that way. I was like, ooh, where did that go? But I'm like, nah, I'll explore that a different day. But I don't know what that is. Almost looks like a little sifter pan for gold. It's not, but that's what it reminded me of. Dirt trails. Look how pretty. I know I say that a lot. But yeah, I really like Mother Nature and being out in this. And I know I'm still in the middle of the city, but I gotta have concrete for the boards. That's exactly what that is. I don't know why they didn't match that up. That's the second one. They match it up on one side. Yeah, this was a pretty cool looking little park. Go check it out. It's just different, you know? Something different for the kids. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Instead of like going up to the slide, it's like a climbing wall. Oh, that's cool. Somebody forgot their Stanley Cup. Alright, I turned around. I was gonna look at the park for a second, but it's fine. There's a lady with her dog, and sometimes dogs don't like the boards, man, and I just try to stay out of people's way best I can. And if she would have walked past me, then I gotta pass her up this trail. I didn't want to deal with all that, so we just spun around. Yeah, I'm starting to get back to it a little bit, man. The trail are helping. If I keep riding like this, I'm gonna have to wear a helmet. This is when an accident happened. I was riding on, I didn't have it on tape, I'm riding on a sidewalk over there right after I turned you all off. And you know where the sidewalk pushes up and creates like an A-frame? Oh man, it was a gnarly one. I thought for sure I'm coming off that board, but it didn't. I floored it. When you're riding a dirt bike, dude, when in doubt, throttle out, like that's what I did. I panicked and I just hit the gas. Luckily I'm going uphill. And the board left the ground a little bit, or my feet did. Something left the ground, it felt like. And it didn't really hit, so I was lucky on that one. If I'm gonna keep riding like that, I gotta get a helmet, man. Jump off to, I like hitting those. All right, back on that extra wide trail, dude. Back to what I'd say. See that uphill, dude? This is uphill lights. Listen, board. That's floored. That's how you can tell how uphill it is. That's floored on an Onsra, dude. Onsra are powerful and quick uphill. I'm floored right now. I do have it at 60%. Yeah, I'm just tearing up the battery. You probably can't see that. But see that hill? See that downhill? 17, 18. So doing 18 miles an hour. This trip sent 15.6 miles. My GPS sent 14.9. That's pretty close for changing. I know I showed you all how to change it, but I changed the pulley, I changed the gear ratio, I changed the wheel size, I changed all that. So I might play with that to get it a little closer to what GPS says, but so far that's pretty correct. We'll see what my average speed was at the end of this. I want to figure out where this trail goes, because I want to be able to jump on that trail and end up hitting the trail to go down to Jack's. Like that'd be such a cool ride. Okay, that's 15. I think I gotta turn that thing on brutal or whatever, because no joke, that's a steep hill, dude, but I'm floored doing 14. And I know they're board better than the Black Carve 2 for all that type of stuff. And boost brutal. Now I have it in brutal mode. Oh yeah. Holy hell. That's 21, dude, without even trying. Look, 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 look. Look how cool. I'm like a kid, man. This is where I was up on that road, and I went by and I looked down and I went, what the heck? That trail. Look. Oh, look how cool, man. And from what I could see, am I wrong? Yeah, I'm right. From what I could see up there, that trail just kept going uphill, dude. I have no idea where it goes. Yeah, so the different modes, not just how much like initial throttle or your ramp, your curves, your throttle curves. It's not just throttle curves, it's also top speed. Because now I'm not even close to flooring it, and I'm doing 16 up the hills. So nobody coming. They will run you over. Let's just see where that goes. Because once they hit the top of the hill, I lose sight. I'm so lost, by the way. There's no getting home. I'm just gonna end up going back down there where the tunnel is, hitting that road, going eastbound, and figuring it out. Hi. There's stairs down there. Look at up here, man. Oh, that keeps going. Beautiful. I don't know until where to, but we gonna find out. All right, I'm gonna jump off here and just enjoy this, and I'll update you where this trail goes. There's that house. Look, there's that house where I said I've never seen an OD green in Black Hill. I came down that street. I was this far from that trail. Amazing. So I was on one of those side roads up there looking for a trail. And look at this. I have no idea where that one goes. I gotta pick only one for now. Cause this one, as far as I can see all the way up the hill, it just keeps going. Which is exactly what I'm looking for. Exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, I vaguely remember coming down here and I saw this. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a sidewalk into a neighborhood. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go up that because it's a crazy corner. That's the trail. And I was so fixated on this side that I didn't look that way and see that the trail continued across there. So this, if I think I know where I'm at, this is the route that I'm telling y'all that I used to do the distant run on. So this is gonna take me right over to the road and dump me out right by that lake. And they're still developing that area, but that's gonna have an entire system of trail through it. Dude. Yeah. I love where I live. Blessed, blessed, blessed. See where we're at. So that right there, that roundabout, that's the main road. So then T-bone into, I think that's the cul-de-sac. Come on, back on the sidewalk. Thank you. All right. Well, cool news is I didn't need to use GPS, and I found an amazing trail that's hidden. Look, you can't see that. There's no way that you'd know that that's there unless you somebody told you about it, B, found it on a map, or C, did exactly what I just did. You just went exploring. See, they'll run you over around here. All right, I'm gonna put them down. It's getting windy. I gotta figure out how to get back on this sidewalk. All right, back on the sidewalk, but the camera has 17% battery left, and I want to update you guys on the final number on whatever I do today. Right now I'm at 16.5 mile according to GPS, hour and 22-minute ride so far, and the board's at 55%. So I'm gonna keep going as long as my feet can stand it, and then I'll update you guys on the final numbers. Okay, so I'm all finished for the ride, and if you watch the intro, you're gonna know this already because I'm gonna redo the intro, but that ended up turning into a quasi distance test, and not the kind that I used to do where I just went around a circle and kept it at 10-12 miles an hour and went really easy on the board. I just rode like I normally ride, and I wanted to see how far it would go. The board's down to 5% and the remote's at 50. So if you're riding decently hard, the remote will outlast the board, which is good to know. Even with the cloud wheel on it. Cloud wheel are actually warm. It is warm outside, and there is some headwind, you know, all that stuff, which affects distance on an electric board. But GPS, as you can see, I was all over the place finding all those trails. So GPS puts us at average speed 12.7. Whenever I had the camera off, I'm doing anywhere between 13 and 17. Camera on, I'm doing like 10 to 13 because I'm doing multiple things. This, I just did a bike test, so then it tracked it, but 2 hours and 20 minutes on total ride. Yeah, elevation, that's how many hills, 2,200 feet. in elevation gain, which is crazy. Right there, distance 30 miles, 30.1 miles, which is nuts. The board says 31. So there's a 0.9 mile disparity between the two. Actually, that's not true. I took off from the house, forgot that, I took off from the house, wanted a wrench to loosen the trucks, came back, and then started this. So this is more accurate. It was 30, it went about 31 miles. Because, yeah, that went about half a mile away from the house, turned around, and came back. So there you have it. I'm going to refilm the intro, but let me know down in the comments if you like this type of video. If you do, then I'll keep them up. If not, then throw some idea for some tests, but I can't really think of any. So unless you guys come up with some idea for some tests, I'm going to go incognito a little bit. Unless I start doing video in this format. So thanks again. Catch you on the next one.